Hello and welcome to this edition of National Sports Magazine. I'm Raja Raman, your host. Over the next half hour, we shall replay the past fortnight in a wonderful world of sport. From the Commonwealth Games to cricket, from chess to athletics, we have had a good time tracking our stars and celebrating them. Let's join Amit Arora for this report on the Commonwealth Games being held in Birmingham.
The 22nd edition of the Commonwealth Games began on the 28th of July with a colourful opening ceremony in Alexander Stadium in Birmingham, England. The celebration started with the sounds of the participating 72 nations and territories.
Welcome to Birmingham.
Then came the formation of about 70 cars in different colours, red, blue and white. This was a tribute to the history of motor industry in the city of Birmingham. Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall then arrived at the venue. The games were officially declared open.
It now gives me the greatest pleasure to declare the 22nd Commonwealth Games open.
Tribute was given to the great comedian Charlie Chaplin. How Birmingham famous library caught fire and how it was then restored was beautifully depicted. Then came the moment when the raging bull entered the stadium and how it was transformed as a symbol of love and peace. The mascot of the Birmingham Games is a bull called Perry. The most awaited spectacle was the Athletes' March, where over 5,000 athletes dressed in colourful attires waved to the excited audience.
India!
The multiculturalism of the city of Birmingham was on display with music, dance and a riot of colours at the opening ceremony, and it was truly a memorable event. The Birmingham Games are inclusive with para-athletes participating as well. There are total 20 sports and India is participating in 16 of them. The flag bearer for the Indian contingent at the opening ceremony were 2 times Olympic medalist badminton player PV Sindhu and men's hockey captain Manpreet Singh. India is being represented by 106 men and 104 women. That's a total of 210 athletes. So far in the Birmingham Commonwealth Games, India has got 6 gold medals. Tokyo Olympic silver medalist Mirabai won India its first gold at the Birmingham Commonwealth Games in women's 49 kg category.
For the second games in a row, Chanu Mirabai of India.
आज का परफॉर्मेंस मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई. बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस दिया है मैंने. अच्छा किया है स्टेज में 88 और 90. हाँ, थोड़ा सा रह गई थी पर ये परफॉर्मेंस में मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई.
The second gold also came in weightlifting. In men's 67 kg category, it was Jeremy Lal Renunga who got the gold for India.
ये गोल्ड मिला है लेकिन परफॉर्मेंस दे नहीं पाया और मैं दिखाना चाह रहा था सबको मतलब कि मैंने कितना मेहनत किया है. लेकिन गेम में तो कुछ भी हो सकता है, कुछ पता ही नहीं लगता. तो थोड़ा सा मसल क्रैम्स का वजह से हो नहीं पाई टीनेजर में, लेकिन खुश हूँ अभी.
And it was a hat-trick of gold when Achinta Shirley got us the gold in men's 73 kg category.
मेरा मेडल गोल्ड ही है तो मैं अपना बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस और कोशिश कर रहा था. तो सेकेंड अटेम्प्ट नहीं गिरता तो मैं अपना बेस्ट दे देता. कर सकता हूँ, मुझे ये तो पता है. जो कोच साहब ने मुझे मिस्टेक जो बताया जो है वो मुझे मिस्टेक बताया उन्होंने, तो और मैंने उसको और बेटर कोशिश किया तो वो चीज़ हो गया.
So in all, 3 gold medals in weightlifting. And then the historic 4th gold came from lawn bowls. Women's force event. And it was the quartet of Rupa Rani Tirki, Nayan Moni Saikia, Lovely Chobe and Pinky who got India the glory.
Gold medalists and Commonwealth Games champions, India.
इस बारी टीम के लिए नहीं, पूरी इंडिया के लिए हमें कुछ करना है और वो करना है कि जब तक मेडल नहीं आएगा तो इसके लिए कुछ ओपन नहीं होंगे डोर्स. अब नाउ इट्स ओपन.
The 5th gold came in table tennis men's team. The team was the defending champion. They had won the gold at Gold Coast in 2018 and the combination of Harmeet Desai, Sanil Shetty, Achanta Sharat Kamal and Sathyan Gyanasekharan won India a gold medal. The 6th gold was historic for India. Asian Para Games bronze medalist Sudhir won the gold medal in para powerlifting with a games record to his name. So congratulations to all the gold medalists and all those who have performed so brilliantly at the Birmingham Games. For the first time in the history of the Commonwealth Games, India participated in triathlon, a multi-sport event that combines swimming, cycling and running. Indian triathlete Pragnya Mohan now joins All India Radio from Birmingham, England to share her experience of representing India at the Games.
Triathlon is a multi-sport discipline in which you swim first, then you cycle and then you run. So the distances of the swimming, cycling and running vary from, a short distance to the longer distance, which is also known as the Ironman. So the distances that we had in the Commonwealth Games is known as the sprint distance, in which we first swim for 750 meters in an open water. So the swimming here was in a lake, not a swimming pool, followed by 20 kilometers of cycling on the road and finishing with 5 kilometers of running. The running route here was up and down. It was quite brutal, to be honest. But that is what triathlon is. And the distances in the Olympic Games are twice of this. So in an Olympic game, I would be swimming for 1.5 kilometers, followed by 40 kilometers of cycling and finishing with 10 kilometers of running, all done in about 2 to 2.5 hours, depending on the terrain and the route that we have.
In medals tally, Australia, with half century of gold medals, is strongly positioned at number 1. Host England are at number 2, followed by Canada, New Zealand, Scotland and South Africa. India is at number 7 with 6 gold, 7 silver and 7 bronze medals.
Let's stay with Amit Arora for a report on the Chess Olympiad being played in Mahabalipuram near Chennai.
India is proudly hosting the Fidei Chess Olympiad for the first time. The 44th edition of the Olympiad is being held in Mahabalipuram near Chennai. Chennai is the chess powerhouse of India that has given the country 26 of its 74 grandmasters, the first being Vishwanathan Anand. Anand is now the mentor of the Indian team, as India has fielded 3 teams in open section and 3 teams in women's section. Each team has 5 players, so a total of 30 Indian chess players are participating in the Olympiad. And joining us now on All India Radio to discuss the Chess Olympiad is Tanisha Boramanikar, Under-16 National Chess Champion. Tanisha, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So chess originated in India as Chaturanga. How momentous is this occasion as Chess Olympiad is being hosted by India?
This is the very first time that such a grand event of chess is held in India. So it is a very big thing for India. Chess has never been seen as a spectator sport before, but now everybody knows about chess and everybody knows that an Olympiad is being held in Chennai in India, and everybody is so excited, and this is a very big thing for India.
And record participation also being seen in the Olympiad this time. 188 teams in the open section, 162 teams in the women's section. Help us understand the difference between the two sections.
So the open section is open to everyone. So even women can participate in that section, while in women's section only women can participate.
So how do you see India's participation in the open section?
This is a great opportunity for youngsters as well to play, because if Olympiad being held in another country, like this was to be held in Russia, it was not possible. So just before 3 months, India had got it and it's done so well. So because it is the home country, 3 teams have been selected instead of 1. So youngsters were given an opportunity to play, and there are 3 teams in open section and 3 teams in women's section. So there is a lot more participation, and it is a great opportunity and it is a great exposure to all the youngsters.
After 7 rounds, would you say that between ABC, which team has impressed you more in the open section?
Definitely the B team has impressed everyone by its amazing results, especially Gukesh D, who has done very well recently. He has crossed 2700 mark. He's the 3rd youngest player to do so in the world. So he has won all the games so far now, and everybody else has done really well.
The India B team in the open section consists of Nihal Sareen, D Gukesh, Pragananda, B Adiban and Ronak Sadhwani. Let's talk about the women's section. Top seeded A team, would you say that's been most impressive and almost very likely they will have a podium finish?
Absolutely. They have already beaten the very strong Georgians, very experienced, and everybody in the team is in a great shape. Koneru Hampi, who is the star player, she's playing amazingly. Even Tanya Sachdev, Vaishali are. D Harika is also playing. Everybody is very impressed by her dedication. She is 8 months pregnant. Still she is fighting on the board. So India A team has great chances for the podium finish.
Yes, and apart from the 4 names that you've taken, Bhakti Kulkarni is the 5th one. So how does a team decide a strategy? Because 4 players play and you have 1 reserve player.
So it depends on the team you're playing against for every round, and it also depends on the players' forms. Like for example, like we see Tanya Sajdev, Vaishali R, Hampi, they are in a great form. So they are mostly playing all the rounds. That is decided upon who we are playing, how our team is in a shape right now.
Also, Tanisha, help the listeners of AIR understand the format of the tournament. It's a Swiss system format, 11 rounds. How do we understand that?
So a Swiss system is a system where basically everybody plays all the rounds. So it's not a knockout, or neither it is a round robin where every team plays every team. So it depends on the way we perform. Like the winners play winners, the losers play losers. So that is the Swiss system, and it is played in a classical format, which means both the sides have 90 minutes plus 30 seconds increment. That is, after every move is played, both the players get 30 seconds increment, and after 40 moves are completed, both the sides get 30 minutes extra.
So all the 30 players that are representing India, all of them would be grandmasters. Is it necessary to be a grandmaster to play a big event like a chess Olympiad?
It is not necessary. It depends on the seedings. It depends on the rating that you have. So for open section, as we see, the top players are grandmasters because they have a very high rating, so they have to be grandmasters. But in women's section, in India, we have only 2 grandmasters, that is Hampi and Harika. The others are international masters, and for second and third teams, we have some WIMs, women international masters as well.
Let's move on to athletics now. Millions of hearts sank almost hopelessly as javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra looked set to miss his appointment with a medal in the World Athletic Championship Oregon 22 on July 24th last. And all of the hearts rose as one when he wound himself up to sling the javelin over 88.13 meters at the Hayward Field in Eugene. He became only the second Indian after Anju Bobby George to secure a podium finish at the World Athletic Championship, where he claimed a silver medal on July 24, less than a year after he became the first Indian track and field athlete to win an Olympic Games gold medal. As the last Indian in the fray in the meet, he drew on his knowledge, used his powerful mind to goad it to get that one good throw to be able to finish on the podium on his second attempt in a World Championships. It was this conquest of the physical with the extreme mental aspect of his sport that earned him the silver medal. Gold was a bridge too far on the day. 5 other Indians, steeplechaser Avinash Sable, long jumper M. Srishankar, triple jumper Eldos Paul, and javelin throwers Rohit Yadav and Annu Rani also made it to their respective finals, making it India's best outing in the World Championships history dating back to the early 80s. So where would we place Neeraj Chopra in the pantheon of Indian sports champions? Even though he's just 24 years old and has many years left in sport, he's already right up there with the legends. Come to think of it, not many have a collection of medals at the World Championships, Olympic Games, Asian Games, Commonwealth Games and World Junior Championships. Truth to tell, it is not merely the accomplishments that make him special, it is how well he conducts himself that shines brighter than the glittering array of trophies that he now picks up regularly. There is no air about him, no pretense, just that almost rustic simplicity. Amazingly, he retains the values of respect and humility at the core of his life. Of course, with each meet that he competes in, he is adding layers to his knowledge and personality. In Eugene, he learnt a bit more about throwing into the headwind. He has also learned to listen to his body, a skill that many wonderfully talented athletes do not pay much heed to. Let us listen to what Neeraj had to say after winning the silver medal in Eugene.
अच्छा लग रहा है सर, काफी बढ़िया है वैसे तो कि वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप जैसी जगह पे सिल्वर जीता है और बिल्कुल हमेशा गोल्ड का तो एक इच्छा रहती है, तो कोशिश करेंगे अभी नेक्स्ट जो वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप होंगी तो उसमें कोशिश करेंगे और अच्छा करने की।
सबसे खास बात क्या थी नीरज में?
स्टार्टिंग के मेरे 1-2 थ्रो इतने अच्छे नहीं थे और वो ऑलरेडी मतलब काफी अच्छी थ्रो कर चुके थे, तो थोड़ा चैलेंजिंग था, पर कहीं ना कहीं मेरे अंदर एक बिलीव था कि मैं करूंगा अच्छा और करूंगा। जितना आज हुआ है मतलब उससे और अच्छा करने की उम्मीद थी, पर फिर भी जितना भी हुआ है खुश हैं उससे। और अभी क्योंकि हर कंपटीशन जो भी हो जैसा भी हो उससे सीखना चाहिए।
नीरज, ओलंपिक्स और वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप इसमें फर्क क्या नजर आता है?
ओलंपिक और वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप सर वैसे तो दोनों ही बहुत बड़े कंपटीशन है, लेकिन हमेशा आप देखोगे तो वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप का कंपटीशन है काफी टफ जाता है ओलंपिक से मैक्सिमम। अगर आप ओलंपिक का रिजल्ट देखोगे अभी का देखोगे तो बहुत फर्क है और काफी अच्छा कंपटीशन था, टफ कंपटीशन था और अच्छा लगा और पीटर्स ने काफी अच्छी थ्रो किया सच में ही, मतलब उसने 3 थ्रो 90 के प्लस मारी शायद और बहुत अच्छी थ्रो थी.
There is hope that someday Neeraj Chopra may single-handedly ensure that India's popular media pays greater attention to him and his sport and not just surfaces when he accomplishes a significant milestone. The way he drew attention to other Indian finalists in the World Championships indicates that he will always speak up for his ilk, sharing space with them. The dust had hardly settled down in Eugene and the World Under-20 Athletic Championship began in Cali, Colombia. The Indian 4x400 meter mixed relay team comprising Bharat Sridhar, Priya H. Mohan, Kapil and Rupal Chaudhary ran the second fastest ever but had to settle for silver behind the United States of America. The silver for the Indian squad came with a new Asian Under-20 record for the second successive night as the quartet improved from 3 minutes 19.62 seconds in the first round heats to 3 minutes 17.76 seconds. Priya Mohan and Rupal Chaudhary ran the best they could and challenged their American counterparts, but the US men opened up good enough leads over Bharat Sridhar and Kapil to claim gold. Cricket. In the West Indies, the Indian team sealed the one-day series winning 3 games in a row in Port of Spain on July 22nd, 24th and 27th. The first game went to the wire, but India held its nerve to edge home by 3 runs. The second was also close with India sneaking home by 2 wickets with just 2 deliveries to spare. India avoided any drama in the third rain-hit match, bowling out the West Indies for 137 to win by 119 runs under the Duckworth-Lewis method. Shubman Gill, who made a career-best unbeaten 98 in the last game, was named the player of the series. Let us listen to Captain Shikhar Dhawan speaking after the third match.
I'm very, very proud of the team, the way we have played this whole series. In every match we showed, our character and we turned those challenges into great opportunities for all of us, and I'm happy the way everyone has performed and chipped in. Boys, the way they are responding, they're young in age, but they're quite mature and sensible, and they can handle the pressure quite nicely.
The 50-over action took a break and 3 T20 internationals kept fans in India engaged through the night. A comfortable win by 68 runs in the opening game for India raised visions of a sweep, but the West Indies bounced back in the second match with a 5-wicket victory. Surya Kumar Yadav masterminded a tricky chase of 165 for victory in the final game, scoring 76 as the opening batter. He took responsibility of taking India home after captain Rohit Sharma retired with spasms in his back. Hardik Pandya had a good 4-over spell and Surya Kumar Yadav made that 76. Let's listen to the two of them.
I have realized when I bowl, it gives a lot of balance to the side. It gives a lot of confidence to the captain, and yes, I used to bowl before. I think I used to a filler of in between if someone is not bowling well. I think now I can say that I can bowl 4 overs now as a third seamer or a 4 seamer, where I can contribute as equally as what I do with my bat.
जब मुझे पता चला कि रोहित भाई अंदर चले गए तो किसी को टॉप 3 या टॉप 4 में से इम्पोर्टेंट था लास्ट तक बैटिंग करने के लिए, एटलीस्ट 12-15 ओवर्स तक. तो वही मैं, और जैसा कि हमेशा बैटिंग करता हूँ मैं, आई लाइक टू एक्सप्रेस माई सेल्फ. जो मेरे शॉट्स है वही खेलता हूँ मैं, कुछ अलग करने को ट्राई नहीं करता.
Let's now join Munish Jolly for insight into some more sporting action.
In the Cadet World Wrestling Championships held at Rome, India won a record 14 medals, their highest tally in the competition's history. Out of the 14 gold medals, 7 were gold and 5 of the gold medals were won by women wrestlers of the country. India also won 1 silver medal and 6 bronze medals. They finished second behind powerhouse Japan. However, the biggest moment in the competition came at the hands of wrestler Suraj Vashisht. He became the first Indian wrestler after 30 years to win a gold medal in the Greco-Roman category. The last time an Indian won a gold medal at the World Championships in Greco-Roman wrestling was in 1992 through Pappu Yadav, who claimed top honours at the under-20 level. Pappu was also the first and last under-17 world champion in 1990. Women's wrestling team made history by earning a total of 5 medals in the Cadet World Championships. Teen wrestlers Muskan, Savita, Harshita and Ritika and Priya finished with gold medals in their respective categories, as India finished second in the overall points tally. After her win in the 73 kg category, Priya had this to say.
बहुत खुशी हो रही है, अच्छा लग रहा है. इस महीने की देश के लिए मेडल जीता है, गोल्ड मेडल, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. पहला मुकाबला यूएसए की पहलवान के साथ हुआ था, उसको मैंने 3-1 से हराया था. मेरा दूसरा मुकाबला पोलैंड की पहलवान के साथ हुआ था, उसको मैंने 10-0 से हराया था. और तीसरा मुकाबला कजाकिस्तान की पहलवान के साथ हुआ था, उसको मैंने बाय पोल हराया था. और चौथा मेरा यूक्रेन की पहलवान के साथ हुआ था, उसको मैंने 10-0 से हरा दिया था। फाइनल में तो ये था कि अब तो गोल्ड ही लेके आना है, बस मन में ये ठान ली थी कि अब तो गोल्ड मेडल ही लेके जाना है।
Muskan, Savita and Harshita were the other female gold medalists at the competition, winning the top prize in the 40, 61 and 69 kg categories. Harshita was elated and said this.
मैं पहले से ही फोकस थी कि भाई मुझे अब गोल्ड ही लाना है, क्योंकि पिछले साल मुझे इन्हीं कंपटीशन में चोट लग गई थी और मेरा ऑपरेशन हुआ था, और पिछले साल 30th को ही मेरा ऑपरेशन हुआ था और 29th को इसी महीने 29th को मेरा गोल्ड मेडल आया, तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। जापानी पहलवानों में यूँ कहते स्पीड बहुत होती है, तो उनमें थी स्पीड, पर मेरा जो फोकस था वो सिर्फ गोल्ड की तरफ था। कोचेज ने पहले ही बता दिया था कि भाई संभल के लड़ना है और ज्यादा अटैक नहीं करने, अगर पॉइंट आपके ज्यादा हो जाए तो डिफेंसिव खेलना है, और स्पीड का तो पहले ही बता दिया था। पर स्ट्रेंथ सिर्फ इंडियंस में ज्यादा होती है जापान में, उनमें स्पीड होती है, टेक्निक होती है, स्ट्रेंथ हम में ज्यादा होती है, तो स्ट्रेंथ के उससे मैंने पूरा वो खेला था। बहुत बढ़िया मुकाबला हुआ। मेरा लेग अटैक, सिंगल लेग अटैक बहुत अच्छा है, तो मुझे कोचेज ने एडवाइस किया था कि वहां से ही पॉइंट लेना है, तो मैं सिर्फ सिंगल लेग अटैक के लिए ही गई, तो और जब ही मुझे पॉइंट मिल गया।
Sachin Moore was the final Indian to win the gold medal at the competition, clinching it in the men's 48 kg category. Apart from Suraj Vashisht, Ronit Sharma also won a silver medal at the Greco-Roman category. Lalit Kumar, Vaibhav Patil, Ankit, Manish, Shruti and Jaspuran Singh were the Indian wrestlers who won bronze at the competition. On the final day of the event, Nikhil Yadav clinched bronze in men's 60 kg freestyle. He defeated Azerbaijan's Agha Gazimov 5-2 in the bronze medal bout. The Indian free wrestlers, who bagged 6 medals including a gold, secured the second spot in the team standing. The USA took 4 gold, 3 silver and 2 bronze medals and won the team championship with 190 points. Azerbaijan was third, Iran fourth and Kazakhstan at number 5 position. Ever since Bhavani Devi showed her heroics in the Olympics in fencing, fencing has taken a new turn and a new shape in our country. We are now moving on to the new fencing league that was launched at the Tal Katora Indoor Stadium on the 25th of July. The first Khelo India Women's Fencing League and Ranking Tournament. The tournament was organized by the Fencing Association of India under the aegis of Sports Authority of India and Khelo India. The tournament was hosted by Delhi State Fencing Association from 25th to 29 July 2022. Fencing Association of India introduced a structure for fencing in the country by introducing a ranking system for the national championships. The 4-day tournament saw a participation of over 350 women fencers across India. On the sidelines of the Women's League, the men's ranking tournament was also conducted, which saw more than 500 fencers participating. The competition conducted in cadet, junior and senior categories in the disciplines of EP, foil and sabre. There were 18 medals events in the tournament, in which the gold medal winners got 50,000 rupees cash, the silver medalists were presented with a cash award of 40,000 and 2 fencers were eligible for bronze medal got 30,000 rupees as cash prize. The 5th and the 8th positions did also earn some money with 10,000 rupees each of cash awards. Apart from the other competitors, the winners were filled with excitement, and so was the young fencer Tanisha.
मैं जब 15 years old की थी तब मैंने फेंसिंग स्टार्ट किया। मेरा नेशनल में फर्स्ट रैंक है इंडिया में एंड मेरा वर्ल्ड रैंकिंग 80 है। बट मेरा बेस्ट मैच था जो अभी मैं कोरिया में खेल कर आई हूँ एशियन चैंपियन। मेरी ट्रेनिंग बहुत अच्छी चल रही है क्योंकि हमें फेडरेशन और कोचेस का पूरा सपोर्ट मिल रहा है। अभी हम इस मंथ में कॉमनवेल्थ चैंपियनशिप जा रहे हैं। वो 7 to 20 है जिसमें मेरा सीनियर और जूनियर दोनों में सिलेक्शन है।
It was an exciting moment for Udaybir Singh, who came in with lot of hopes in this fencing tournament and was not dejected at all after he earned the honors. He had this to say.
मेरे फादर एक स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन थे, बॉक्सर थे, तो मेरा शुरू से स्पोर्ट्स में बहुत इंटरेस्ट था। तो एक दिन मेरा कज़न फेंसिंग खेलता था तो पापा लेके गए गेम देखने के लिए, तो उधर से आई हैव कंटिन्यूड फेंसिंग। ये एक बहुत डिफरेंट सी स्पोर्ट है, इसे रॉयल स्पोर्ट कहते हैं। तो एक ओलंपिक्स में इकलौती गेम है जो एक स्वॉर्ड से रिलेटेड है, तो मेरा अट्रैक्शन इसी वजह से हुआ था। कॉमनवेल्थ चैम्पियनशिप के लिए आई एम वेरी प्रिपेयर्ड। मुझे वहाँ मतलब जो फोकस है सिर्फ गोल्ड लेके आने का है, क्योंकि मैं अभी बेस्ट रैंक फेंसर हूँ जो कॉमनवेल्थ कंट्रीज़ में से। तो मेरा मिशन है कि गोल्ड से बिना वापस नहीं आना।
The 131st edition of the Durand Cup will kick off on August 16, 2022. This is the oldest football competition in Asia, which started in 1888. The first match of the competition will be high-octane Kolkata derby with ATK Mohun Bagan with East Bengal Club. The venue for the opening encounter will be the Salt Lake Stadium in Kolkata. The final will take place on September the 18th at the same venue. A total of 20 teams will participate in the upcoming edition of competition. 11 teams from ISL, 5 I-League teams and 4 teams from the Indian Armed Forces. Some of the ICL teams might send their reserve sides to this tournament, but then we'll have to wait and watch. A total of 47 matches are to be played across 3 cities, Kolkata, Guwahati and Imphal, with 27 matches to be played in Kolkata, including the knockout fixtures, and 10 matches each to be played in Guwahati and Imphal. The Salt Lake Stadium, along with Naihati Stadium and Kishore Bharati Stadium, will be the designated venues in West Bengal for the tournament. The Kuman Lampak Stadium in Imphal, Manipur, the Indira Gandhi Athletic Stadium in Guwahati, Assam are the 2 other venues.
It is time for us to be with Sakshi Mandwal for insight into some more sporting action.
Two-time Olympian Mairaj Ahmed Khan and Raiza Dhillon claimed gold medals in men's and women's skeet events respectively in the inaugural Digvijay Singh Memorial Shooting Championship Shot Gun. Mairaj, who had become the first Indian to win skeet gold at the ISSF World Cup earlier this month, shot 115 in qualification to claim 6th spot and just about made it to the semi-final stage among the top 8 shooters. He, however, won both the semi-final and the medal match with relative ease to seal gold. He shot 27 to top his semi-final and then scored a solid 35 out of 40 in the final match to leave Arjun Thakur of Madhya Pradesh way behind in silver position with 30 hits. Punjab's Gurjot Singh, who topped the qualifiers with a fine 121, settled for bronze with 24 hits at the Dr. Karni Singh shooting range. In the women's competition, Dhillon had a similar story as she qualified in the 5th spot before piping favourite Ganimat Sikhon in the medal match to emerge triumphant. It looked like Ganimat will go all the way after she topped the qualification round with a score of 118 and then won her semi-final with ease as well, with 27 hits to second place Dhillon's 25. However, Dhillon made full use of the second match and shot a solid 36 targets to beat the Punjab girl by 1 target in the 40-shot final. Rajasthan's Darshana Rathore was third with 26 hits to her name. Dhillon, in fact, had a double gold on the day, winning the junior women's skeet competition over Punjab's Parinaz Dhaliwal. In the junior final, she got 33 targets to Parinaz 32. Darshana did win a double gold on the day with Maheshwari Chauhan and Kartiki Singh Shaktawat in the women's team event, as well as with Yashasvi Rathore and Kartiki in the junior women's team event. Madhya Pradesh, however, won 2 golds on the day as well, winning both the men's and junior men's team competitions. In the junior men's skeet, it was all Punjab with Harmeher Singh Lalli winning gold with 28 hits in the final over state mate Bhavatej Singh Gill, who shot down 24 targets. Another Punjab lad, Rajveer Singh Gill, won the bronze. India will tour Zimbabwe for a forthcoming ODI series. The India vs Zimbabwe ODI series will witness 3 ODI games. The first ODI will be played on August 18th. The second and third ODI will be played on August 20th and 22nd. While India has announced their squad for India vs Zimbabwe ODI series, Zimbabwe is yet to name their squad for the series. India will be led by Shikhar Dhawan in the series. Many crucial Indian players have been rested for the series. Senior players including Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli and Jasprit Bumrah have been rested for the India vs Zimbabwe 2022 series. Rishabh Pant, Ravindra Jadeja, Surya Kumar Yadav, Shreyas Iyer and Yuzvendra Chahal have also been left out. The 15-member squad for the ODI series against Zimbabwe includes Shikhar Dhawan as captain, Ruturaj Gaikwad, Shubman Gill, Rahul Tripathi, Deepak Hooda, Washington Sundar, Aksar Patel, Ishan Kishan, Sanju Samson, Shardul Thakur, Kuldeep Yadav, Avesh Khan, Prasadh Krishna, Mohammad Siraj and Deepak Chahar.
With that, we come to the end of this edition of National Sports Magazine. Along with my colleagues Amit Arora, Sakshi Mandwal and Munish Jolly and producer Praveen Chand, this is Raja Raman thanking you for listening in. Have a great sporting time ahead.